be harmonized in yoga. So viniyatam means disciplined and following rules. There are 4 letters within this Sanskrit word. So if we wish to break this down, we'll get to the root of the word. So viniyatam. So yata chittatma is a phrase often used in the Gita, and yata means one who is not controlled. And niyatam, which includes the word ni, means one who follows rules or one who is certain. Therefore we have V in front, which means doing things in a specific way. So viniyatam means someone that has performed works with discipline and has brought his thoughts under control, or under his own control. The word amta means ourself and our own soul, or the supreme soul. So we see that as well in the first line of the, the first word of and the second line of this verse. The word amta means ourself and our own soul, or the supreme soul. And therefore this verse is basically saying that in order to reach the great state of being harmonized in yoga, one must discipline the mind to be established in the supreme soul alone. And when the disciplined mind is established in the supreme soul, then it doesn't look elsewhere. So all wishes, desires and expectations will go away. Such a person is called yoga yukta, so harmonized in yoga. Being established in the supreme soul means being in the supreme soul. So thinkers actually say that supreme soul is in our own very nature. So why do we consider ourselves to be far away from him? And this is what Guruji describes as forgetfulness. So on the path of dhyan, the supreme soul is remembered, and we're able to focus our minds on the supreme soul again. The forgetfulness gets out of the way and our mind starts to remember. Buddha always said that in the path of devotion, the concept is that we gain something is wrong. What we should actually be thinking on the path of devotion is that we should let go and that we have nothing to gain. And the fact is that we should be trying to let go of the things that we have held on to. And that's the true path of devotion according to Buddha. Basically, Buddha also says that you are God, and you let go of the dust that covers you, and the gem inside you is unraveled, and you're able to remove this dust. And once this dust is removed, the light of that gem will then shine. So this is the path that we're on when we're leaving all of the dust. So then you may ask yourself, what is the reason that we have forgotten the Supreme Soul? If there's someone as great as God, then how can we forget him? And this is because the human mind is quite a powerful thing. And the 2 characteristics of the human mind, first is the mind only remembers things that are far away. And this is characteristic of a mind. We have it's a negative mind. We recall that which is far away. The mind tends to forget what's close to it and remembers that which is far away from it. Now God isn't far away from us, God's close to us, but that's why the mind forgets. And secondly, the second characteristic is that the mind remembers that which is not joined to it. The mind forgets that which is not in a union with it. So you'll see this, for example, Guruji gives the example of getting married. So when someone is not married to someone, they are madly in love and their love lasts a lot. But once they're married, they're joined and there's just love and it's too much, and that's why people are frustrated. So I don't know whether you guys all agree with this or not, but basically it's saying that when something is close to us, we forget it. When something's far from us, we remember it. So to illustrate this point, Rabindranath Tagore, who's a famous poet, wrote a play where there's a beautiful dialogue. And basically he writes that love only increases in separation, and there's a male and a female lover, and they're the hero and the heroine of the play respectively. And between the hero and the heroine there's a beautiful stream. And on one bank of the stream is the hero, and on one bank is the heroine. The hero has a lot of love for the heroine, and the heroine also loves him very much. So they both tell each other how much they love each other, and the hero then of course tells the heroine that they should get married. The heroine says yes, but there's one condition. After the marriage, I would like to stay on opposite sides of the stream. And the hero asks the heroine, well, what's the point of doing this? Because why would we stay on opposite sides of the stream? And the heroine says, well, actually, there'll be a lot of meaning in getting married. This would be the true meaning of marriage in my eyes, and not the marriage that everyone in society describes, because that doesn't have a meaning. I am yours and I love you very much, but when we get married, I will remain yours, but I will remain on the opposite side of the stream. And if you wish to come to this side, then you can travel here. And if I wish to go to your side, then I will travel there. We could even sit under a tree and talk for half an hour. Or if you come on a boat from your side and I come on a boat from my side, our boats can meet for a while, but then we'll go back to each other's opposite sides, because then the happiness that we get will be completely different from the happiness that if I if I stayed with you all the time. So basically, this is a beautiful anecdote from Guruji about loving being increased with separation. And this is the nature of the mind. So what he's trying to say here is that the Supreme Soul is always with us, and there's not a single moment when the individual soul is far from the Supreme Soul. We're always in union with the Supreme Soul, and that's why we forget him. If you try to look at it metaphysically, then perhaps it's a bit like your skin and the cloth and the clothing that you wear. The Supreme Soul is close by. One who wishes to perform meditation or dhyan must have a positive mind. One must remember that which is close to us. And again, God is close to us, and therefore we must remember him a lot. This is the first thing that we should do. And the second thing that we should do is to try to turn our minds around. It's the nature of the mind that we keep on looking outside. But if we start to take our mind inside a little bit, then one is able to do dhyan. These two things are very necessary for meditation. And once these two things come, then a person will become harmonized in yoga. So, yukta iti uchyate tada, which is the last line of that 18th verse. Then we'll move on to the 19th verse, which is just a brief illustration of how